Hey y'all, happy Saturday. Child, I don't know why what's going on. I don't know why that comment popped up instead of my avatar. I am sorry, it's done messed up my whole video. Child, I started to shut down and start the whole video over again, but I am sorry. I didn't mean for that comment to pop up before my instead of my avatar, because we are not talking about that crazy lady today. We are talking about entertainment news. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. But anyway, child, how y'all doing today? Um, I decided I want to come on this morning and well this afternoon and talk about some unfortunate things that are going on in the world of black entertainment. Let me start off by speaking to everybody, and once again, I apologize for that message that's popped up on the screen first before my avatar. I don't know what that was about, child. Anywho, move right along. Child, the devil is a lie. Good morning, good afternoon, Truth, Queen Tings. Hey, Monroe. Hey, Kwani. Miss Alfreda, how you doing? Hey, Kim. Hey, Tasha Webb. L. Preston, how y'all doing? Child, thanks for joining me this morning, y'all. Right. So, hey, Tanya Neal, how you doing? So, you guys know that I am I was for a long time. Hey Tanya, for a long time I did only entertainment news, and I'm always keeping my eye on the entertainment world. But there have been some things, some unfortunate events that have occurred lately in the world of entertainment, and I want to talk about it this morning. First thing I want to talk about, and happy Saturday by the way. First thing I want to talk about is Traci Braxton, Tony Braxton's sister. I don't know if Tracy's the eldest sister. Maybe y'all can help me with that. But anyway, it's been reported that on Friday, March 11th, Tracy Braxton succumbed of esophageal cancer. She survived by her son and her husband. I don't know if any of you guys knew that. I didn't even know she had cancer. I remember, was it last year, year before last? She released the album. Hey, Michelle Williams, and yeah, she was only 50 years old, and I hate to hear about that. Um, so Tony is the oldest. Okay, yeah, and I hate to hear about that. I hate to hear about that, especially because so here's Tracy. In case you guys don't know which one of the sisters Tracy is. This is Tracy. You guys remember Tracy and all the other sisters from Braxton Family Values. We were introduced to the sisters as well as the mother, and I know that they have a brother too. Um, and so here's another picture of Tracy and the sisters as well as the mom. The mom is on the far left. Besides Tracy picture right here, and so I just wanted to say rest in power to her. I just posted about her on IG. She'll absolutely be missed. Hey Cloud, how you doing? I just and yeah, I also want to offer up my condolences and my prayers to her and her to her family. May she rest in peace and power with the other ancestors. I know that this is hard on her. One of the things that I fear most in the world is that one of my sisters, because I have two younger sisters, and one of the things that I fear most in the world is that my sisters or anybody in my family, for that reason, but my sisters, pass away before I do. I can't imagine, and then she even passed away before her mom. I can't imagine what her mom, as well as her sisters, are going through right now. and not to mention her son and her husband. It's just such a great loss, and I just hate to hear about that because like I said, I don't know if anybody else had heard of her, had heard that she had been battling cancer, but I hadn't heard about it, and but she ain't in pain no more. Um, you know, she don't have to cry no more. She ain't suffering no more, and I hope that her family, you know, I hope that they are able to grieve in peace. It's a long process. You hate to, as a mother, I'm sure her mother is in a different kind of, going through a different type of grief, because you don't want your children to pass away before you do. And so for that reason, I can empathize and sympathize with all of them, but especially the mother, because like I said, I can't imagine one of my sisters passing away before I do. Um, it's horrible. It's horrible. Yes, absolutely, Miss Alfredo. A mother losing a child, yes, a hurt in peace. Absolutely, absolutely. It's just horrible. So I want to, just take the time out at first, to say rest in power to Traci Braxton. I didn't even know she was sick. My God, we got so much going on in this world. Um, it's no wonder some people, we like to get online and try to forget about things sometimes, but every once in a while reality will strike, and for me, this is a bit of reality that scares me to death. And so that's why I want to come on and talk about it and speak about it and offer up my condolences. They'll probably never hear it, but I have a family of sisters. I am a matriarch when it comes to my side of the family, and I don't want nobody passing away before me, uh, because I don't know how I can handle it. It's just beyond. I can't even go there in my mind. And so yeah, it's just pretty bad. God bless them all. God bless her son, and her husband. I hope they stay strong. I hope they all. I'm sure that they are all wrapping their arms around them. I'm sure that they're wrapping their arms really, really tightly around their mom right now. Because that's a different kind of grief right there. Like I said, once again, when you lose a child. So once again, she passed away on Friday, March 11th. She succumbed to esophageal cancer, which is pretty much throat cancer, and it's just a sad, sad thing. God bless her. God bless her. God bless her family. And sometimes, a lot of times when we grieve for ourselves. But we also, in the midst of us grieving for ourselves, we also have to remember that our family member, our loved one that passed away, they don't have to cry no more. Um, so yeah, yeah, I hate that. God bless him. Yeah, so that's what I had to say about that. All right. So I had some other things that I want to talk about this morning. Uh, that are also unfortunate, and uh, child, let me get my headspace together. That's a lot. Ooh, I'm telling y'all, that's one of the scariest things in the world for me. I can't deal with stuff like that. But anyway, child, we're gonna talk about. Let me pull up the picture, cause this is just crazy to me. I did a story a couple of years ago about Royce Reed's child's father, ex-husband's child's father, Dwight Howard, and as well. Hold on, let me pull it up. So Royce Reed, if you guys don't know who she is, Royce Reed is she was on, at one point in time, she was on Basketball Wives, right? And so word on the entertainment street is absolutely Nappy Storm. Yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. So let's move on to this Royce Reed chat, because this is just beyond, right? And so Royce Reed, which is pictured right here with Dwight Howard, I believe they were married at one point in time, but I know she wanted his many baby mamas, right? Because they say he got upwards of 6 to 10 baby mamas, right? Depending on who you talk to, right? Um, That's true, Claude. I know that's right. And so anyway, news came out, was it yesterday or the day before, that Royce Reed had been arrested on child abuse charges. And she was arrested. Now this the fella that you see below is Royce and Dwight Howard's son Braylon, right? So Braylon is now 13 years old. So Royce Reed, so they were never married. Okay, well her baby's father then. I don't know if they were never technically married or not. But she was arrested, charged with child abuse. Reason why she was charged with child abuse is because it says that she knew that her son Braylon had been doing um had been committing a crime against her fiance's child, right? Uh and not only had he been predatory towards her fiance's child, which is younger than Braylon, which is now 13, and he's a lot younger in this photo right here. Not only had he been doing that to his child, but he had been doing it to several kids throughout several schools that he'd been kicked out of, right? So she says after she was arrested that she had been getting him counseling for his actions, but she was arrested because she knew what she was, what was going on in the household, in particular what he was doing to her fiance's son, right? And so I don't know if I don't know how it came about that she was arrested for child neglect or child abuse, but she has been arrested in part because she knowingly knew what was going on, right? And so, um, like I said, in case you guys don't know who she is, she was a basketball wife at one point in time when the show first started coming on way back. They say she is a very popular dancer on TikTok. She makes these very popular TikTok dance videos. Um, and I'm thinking, girl, you spending all this time on TikTok. And she used to be a cheerleader too. And you spend all your time on TikTok and doing all this and all that, doing all this social media, but why aren't you, paying attention to what's going on in the household? So, and the fact that she knowingly knew that the child repeatedly was doing this to kids, because they say that the little boy said that the reason why he would do this is that's true, Cloud. We're gonna talk about that. Uh-huh. They say that the little boy said that the reason why he would do this is he would get angry and frustrated, and he would perpetrate these acts, these predatory acts, not only on, like I said, her fiance's younger son, but also kids at school that were younger than him. Right? He had been kicked out of several schools. She said she was trying to get him counseling for the situation. Uh, they said that, but she knew what was going on and what had continued to go on in the home. I think things came to a head because the fiance's son finally told somebody about it. I don't know if he finally told his dad about it or whoever he told about it. Um, they came to a head, which culminated into her being arrested for child abuse because the little boy finally spoke out about it, right? And my thing is, how hard was she trying to get this little boy help? Her son, Braylon, he's clearly had issues for a long time. A couple of years ago, also I think in 2019 or maybe 2020, let me show y'all this. There was a big to do about um Dwight Howard's son. He did an Instagram post and he was talking about his father being an ignorant father. This updated article is from October 29th, 2020, and it says Dwight Howard responds to son Braden's accusation, denies being an ignorant father, right? But they say that he is he is he's an absentee father. A couple of his baby mamas has come out and spoken about that over the years. Los Angeles Lakers star Dwight Howard recently responded to his son Braylon's, which is now 13, Instagram video, insists that he is not an absentee father for his kids. Well, like I said, a couple of moms have spoken out about Dwight Howard not being present in his children's lives. Like I said, he's got several baby mamas. Like I said, people are estimating between 6 and 10, between who you're talking to, right? So his son, and I believe that Braylon is the oldest, And so not only is he dealing with this issue of his father not being around, he got other stuff going on in his head. And I'm assuming the reason why Royce was arrested is because she's been neglectful, because she has knowingly allowed him to commit these predatory acts amongst several children, right? So you the mama, and you're not taking hold of this situation. Like clearly he needs to be in some kind of facility, and you just saying that you done right. That's a good question, J. True. Who hurt Braylon? I'm glad you said that, right? And so also a couple years, I did a video about Dwight Howard, and I'm gonna put this video on my community wall, y'all. When I get through with this video, right? Y'all check it out. I know I still got it, but I'm gonna put it up there. So a couple of years ago, there was accusations put out about Dwight Howard, right? This is Dwight Howard. In the middle, on the left, you see Royce Reed. On the other end is a transgender woman. So this transgender woman, a couple of years ago, went to Instagram and said that she was one of Dwight Howard's transgender lovers. She said that she was speaking out because she was afraid of, she was allegedly afraid of for her life, because Dwight Howard had been threatening her, as well as his pastor had been threatening her to keep quiet about their relationship. He didn't want it to come out that he had been fooling with transgender women and other gay men. This transgender woman, I think her name is LJ or something like that. So she came out and did a couple of Instagram videos about that. She said she was going public because they were threatening her in the background. If she came out, they were going to do XYZ to her allegedly, and she wanted to speak about it. She did speak about it. She spilled a lot of tea about her and his relationship. Oh my God. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all hit the one if y'all can hear this. Because somebody's calling me FaceTime. Y'all hit the one if y'all can hear me. Because I can't. Oh my God. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I got a video call coming through while I'm trying to do the dang on live. Please, Cloud, can you hear me? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. Shoot. I don't even know. Can y'all hear me? Or did I go out? Am I in? I'm in and out. What's this told to be? I'm back. Okay. Sorry about that. I was getting a video call in the time while I don't know why they do this to me. I know why they're doing it, because we got 6+ inches of snow down here. We very rarely get snow in this valley, and they all outside doing the sledding thing and the whatever thing, especially the younger ones around, because they very rarely get to see snow. And I guess they want me to show their progress. I'm not going out there. It's too cold for me, but I will watch you via video call. Yes, I will. Okay. They got the dog out there, just doing too much for me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Let me read some of this. Now, I didn't know this, Kwani. Kwani says Royce was told to keep Braylon away from children 2 years younger than him by authorities. Yeah, I didn't know that. And sorry about that, child. Sorry about the sound. Like I said, I was getting a video call. Child. J. Truth said, he's still a child, but who hurt the boy? These adults are full. Yeah, now I would have to agree with you, J. Truth. I would have to, um, I'm very suspect when it comes to. We know that a lot of time, um, when it comes to people that have been abused as children, sexually abused as children. I'm just keeping a buck. Even when they are children, they will do the same thing to another person, right? And especially boys. When it comes to child sexual abuse, in men and women, most of the time, we know that women abuse themselves. Moreover, sometimes they abuse others. but they mostly abuse themselves. But when it comes to men, if they don't get help, they will go on to sexually abuse other people, right? And so, by Braylon being 13 years old and already exhibiting this behavior, and because he is so young, it just I got a whole different set of scenarios going on in my head, and so yeah, and so that's a very good question. Who, what happened to that boy, right? Allegedly, right? So anyway, like I said, Dwight, the transgender lover, came out on Instagram, did a couple of Instagram videos, and not only was she said she was speaking out. The reason why, here's the tea, right? So she said she was exposing Dwight Howard about their relationship, right? Um, um, and she was being threatened for her not to come out. That is the reason why she said she was making an Instagram video. Well, come to find out, the transgender LJ, I believe that was the name, was upset because she found out that Dwight Howard had been going to these transgender sex parties, and he was having unprotected sex with other transgender women as well as other gay men, right? Allegedly, and they had been in a relationship for a while, and she felt the way about it, right? So, but she said she came out because she was afraid for her life. But come to find out, she was really coming out to out him because she was upset. She was feeling away. The transgender LJ was feeling away because he had been going to these sex parties with other peoples, right? Other peoples involved, right? And so I'm assuming the LJ, felt whatever, that they was exclusive maybe or something. So that's the reason why, um, allegedly, that the transgender LJ outed Dwight Howard. Of course, Dwight Howard denied the accusations. A lot of his baby mamas weren't saying anything about it, but Royce Reed spoke out about it back then, and she pretty much said she didn't believe none of it, right? She spoke out. She said she didn't believe none of it, right? And so, but the LJ person, the transgender woman, came out with some audio of her talking on the phone to Dwight Howard, right? It was a big blow up on Instagram and all of this and all that. Now, the LJ person, the reason why people start getting on the transgender is because first she said, like I said, she came out to protect herself because she was being threatened by Dwight Howard as well as his minister not to come out, and say that they're having an open, they're having this type of relationship, right? Because like I said, he got, several baby mamas, and he got several several kids, right? So evidently he wasn't ready to come out to the world. I don't even know if he has officially ever come out to the world, because not too long ago he was engaged to another woman, right? But that kind of went by the wayside for whatever reason, you know. And so, but I it's just beyond, right? And it would make sense that, to me, that he keep going through all these women. Now we know there are a lot of down low men in the world. Let's not act like we don't, right? Especially somebody as visible as Dwight Howard, you know. And so, he just kept going through these women. In the background, he's having relationships with transgender women and other gay men. He was just doing a lot, right? It was also said that allegedly, and I ain't gonna say the name, that allegedly he had a gay relationship with another with a Los Angeles Lakers player, with another Los Angeles Lakers player at the time, right? That was allegedly, right? So nobody ever brought out any receipts on that. He didn't ever speak on that. The other person didn't ever speak on that. But that sort of came out too. And that what was going on with them. But Royce, she got a lot going on in her life when it comes to stuff like this. I don't know if she called herself trying to keep it under wraps. I don't know what her deal was, but she done been arrested because of this, right? And like I said, I guess it came to a head when her fiance's son started to, I don't know if he went to his dad first. I don't know what happened, but he started telling people what happened to him. And thank God the baby finally spoke up. But she's known for a while that her son has had problems. Well, not only her, evidently, but also the father too. Right? So it's just real sad because the boy 13 years old. And ain't no telling how long he been doing this. But he seemed to be acting out to me. He could allegedly, in my mind, he is doing to those kids what has been done to him. Possibly. Allegedly. Because I just explained to y'all what can happen when it comes to child sexual abuse and the way that some people react and respond to that. Especially males, right? And so it's just a lot. And it's just another unfortunate event in the world of black entertainment news. Remember the trans person said that Dwight was a pap. Yeah, I remember that cloud. I got it on. Like I said, I ain't even touched. I heard that cloud. Like I said, I know I still got that video up. Y'all be checking out. Y'all check out my community wall when I get done with this video, because I'm gonna put that video on my community wall that I did about when the transgender woman came out and pretty much blew Dwight Howard out of the closet, right? I was like, child, Jay Thomas said, wow, y'all be on it. This was just announced. Allow the fact. Child, this is social media. If you don't like what I'm talking about, I'm assuming you talking about me saying rest in peace to Traci Braxton. Feel free to exit the video. Industrial says the single mom probably. Okay, I'm going to get this out of my chat because we don't need this right here. This is a troll. That is inappropriate. How dare you? You are disgusting. Okay, hey Mimi 126. Remember around that time he was out for a. Yes, he was Mimi. That's true. He was out, and I thought that was funny because baby, social media had a field day with that lower butt injury that he supposedly been out for. He was supposedly out for. A lot of people were thinking allegedly it ain't cause of an injury that occurred on the basketball court. So yeah, so yeah, I remember that too. Stephanie Hart said she must have not have told her fiance about it because otherwise, why would he have kids? Why would he have his kid around him? I agree. If that's the case, that's not good. That's right, and maybe he finally told his father, and that's what blew it up. I don't know. I don't know the intimates of that situation. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. I agree, Stephanie. QT1 says I agree. He is doing what's been done to him. Allegedly, I that's my opinion of it. Her boyfriend's child being in that situation. Where's the mother? I don't know, QT1. Y'all asking me questions that I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's what's going on with Royce Reed. I want to bring that up because that's another unfortunate event. And so we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna see, if anything else comes out about the situation, especially pertaining to Royce Reed, and her being arrested for child abuse. Now, seeing as how she was arrested for child abuse, that also leads me to believe that Braylon, her son, has been taken out of her custody. And I'm thinking that has happened as well. I'm thinking the state's done taken the boy. And 9 times out of 10, they done took that boy. Right? That's the reason why they went on and arrested her. Because that's what would happen in an everyday situation. Not somebody that's not in the entertainment news. They would arrest her and they would take that child into state's custody. So I'm thinking that they have taken the child into state's custody. If they have taken that child into state's custody, I hope that they are planning on putting him into some kind of facility, whether he can get therapy and treatment. Because this sort of thing right here, wow, we can only imagine uh what could happen when he reaches adulthood. And so hopefully he can get the help finally that he needs. These rumors have surrounded Howard for at least 4 years. Yeah, like I said, I got a video. I'm gonna put it on my community wall about Dwight Howard. The therapist reported all of this after Roy's son told what happened. After Roy's son told what happened, this is sad. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't hear that. I don't know. I wonder where the mother of Dwyane Wade's daughter is. Dwayne Wade's daughter. I mean, she was fighting. Now, when it comes to Dwyane Wade's, and Dwayne's son's mother, his first wife, that's a whole different dynamic. Dwayne, I don't know if you know about it, mind your own, but Dwyane Wade's uh, son, daughters slash son, transgender daughters, mother is on YouTube. I did a series of videos about that too, and she did not approve of Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union allowing her son. She's still calling him her son. She didn't approve of Dwyane and Gabrielle, supporting the son because he was so young in his decision to be transgender. She did not approve of that, but she don't have custody of none of her kids. It was real shady how he took her kids from her, and Gabrielle Union helped him do that. Not to mention the fact that how he done her, he treated that lady real bad. She was homeless at one time, because of the way Dwyane Wade treated her. She said that he allegedly abused her, physical committed domestic violence against her, and they just did a whole smear campaign against that lady, made her look real crazy, took the kids from her. It was a whole lot going on with that. But those videos are still on YouTube as well. Why don't you YouTube search Dwyane Wade, and I bet those videos will pop up. Uh-huh. Yep, let me scroll back down. He currently has custody of one of his other sons. The mom died. Oh my, he needs to be in therapy, in detention until 18, then move to prison. Child, he needs intensive therapy. I know that. The person has a speech impediment. I can't listen to this crap. Oh, are they talking about me? Oh, that's horrible. We getting some trolls in here today. So let me go and block this person out, child. You know how they go. I don't have a speech impediment though. Are they talking about my accent? Okay, let me. I'll have to look. Yeah. Look up the videos. And Joel, said yes. I also heard the son told his mother about the incident. Well, good. The son and he did. Because the other boy, hey, he's mad. What? If they they tortured that one. Dwyane Wade's first wife. Yeah, that was pretty horrible. But there are videos on YouTube about that. Uh-huh. I don't imagine she would approve of the son should have waited until 18 years of age, and Gabrielle Union is a catalyst behind. I felt that way too, mind your own, as far as Gabrielle Union been the catalyst behind that. There's also rumors been out about Dwyane Wade. Um, yeah, I don't even understand why the mother was not involved in this situation when it came to Dwyane Wade's and his child's mother. I don't know why Gabrielle Union was given center stage when it comes to somebody else's child, you know, and I got my own ways of thinking when it comes to and he was so young when they allowed him to start outwardly transitioning. Now I don't know if he's had any surgeries or not, but I got my own set of feelings about the whole transitioning thing when it comes to children, because you are not old enough, in my opinion, to make a decision like that. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. You are not old enough, but that's just me. A lot of people might feel differently, but I don't. That's how I feel about it. You are too young to decide that you want to change your gender. In my opinion, that's just me. That's what I said, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sure it's not a popular opinion when it comes to some people, but that's how I feel about it. And that boy was so young. I don't agree with that. He's too young. I'm sorry, I don't. It's just how I feel about it. Get mad, don't get mad. That's how I feel about it. You're too young to make that decision, right? He wasn't even 15 years old when he started doing that. And I think that Gabrielle, what is the catalyst behind that? And I think that she overstepped her bounds. And so, yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't agree with that. But anyway, move right along. She was out of hand. She was out of pocket to me. That is not her place. And so, Yes, well, you know, it was. I mean, it was a lot of problems in that marriage anyway. And he was having an affair with Gabrielle Union, before the divorce. But really, can't nobody come in and break up your marriage. It's up to you and your spouse to dissolve your marriage at the end of the day. You know, that's how I feel about it. And so yeah. But as far as this whole thing when they got married and her taking a lead role in whatever it is that she was taking a lead role in, she was out of pocket, in my opinion. You know, and so yeah, and I really think that a lot of that boy was allowed to do a lot of that stuff for publicity. That's what I think, especially when it came to Gabrielle Union. You know, yeah, with Dwyane Wade's big goofy self. Yeah, so yeah, that child was too young to make the kind of yeah. I agree. I agree. It's too young. I don't care what nobody say. That a 12-year-old, 11, 12-year-old, and even younger kids that they let make that decision. That's too young to me. That's just how I see it. I'm sorry. I agree, Miss Old kids don't know themselves. Exactly. You're not even a teenager yet. Like, what you mean? No. Sit your ass down in the corner somewhere. I'm gonna tell you who you are and what you are. Okay? So no. Nope. Not that young. No ma'am. No ma'am. It's not gonna happen. Good morning, Miss O and everyone. We are now seeing record numbers of um young adults changing their minds after that. I've seen those videos after transitioning, wanting to return to their original set. I've seen videos on YouTube about these young people wanting to change their minds about transitioning and wanting to return to their original. Yeah, I've seen those videos too, Peach Fuzz. Yes, I have. I think so too, Olivia. Union and Wade want to prove how politically correct. Yeah, I think a lot of that was due to publicity. Like I really do, you know. And so yeah, to push the narrative. Yeah. I remember on Basketball Wives, Royce's father used to be on her about dating a lot of men. Her father basically told her she need to focus on her son. Is that right, Lexington? Child, it's way too easy to blame Gabrielle, but it's really D Wade's doing. He's an absolute. I mean, he allowed it. He is the father. So I agree with you, Cloud. He gave her too much power when it comes to something like that. So ultimately, it is his responsibility as well as his fault. So I agree with you, Cloud. I do. Yes, absolutely. Here to practice. Hey, Lady Tia, how you doing? Have fun in practice. It's snow down here, child. And so yeah, there are adults who regret the change. Yeah. Well, I like I said, I've seen YouTube videos about people regretting being transitioned and want to transition back. Yeah, I have. I've seen those videos. I'm sure we all have on YouTube. And if you haven't, there are a lot of them, on YouTube. Just do the search engine, child. Beautiful races let kids be kids. Absolutely. I believe he may have also been exposed to a lot. I know he was exposed to a lot of abuse, a lot of abusive situations. I know that. They even took him to but yeah, I remember that the gay pride parade and all of this and all of. Yeah, I remember all of that. I do. And y'all remember when Gabrielle Union got on live TV and said that she what do they call it? She when it comes to Dwyane Wade and her sex life, is what they call it. She tosses the salad or whatever. Y'all know what I mean by that? And start saying that people start saying that she was the dude in a relationship and all of this and all of that. There was a lot of that going on back then. I remember when that came out. But she came out publicly and said that she tossed away Wade's salad and child, it was just like a lot she was doing, right? And so it's just not. It's just not. I don't even know why people, if you in a marriage, why are you letting the world know what in the world y'all do in the bedroom in the first place? That's kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. These brand new, I don't trust some of these new Negroes out here in this day and age. I don't trust these brand new Negroes. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it at that. She have had issues because she a victim of sexual assault. Oh, you talking about Gabrielle? Yes, Gabrielle is a victim. She said that she was a victim of sexual assault. I know that. When it comes to children, one thing don't have to do with the other, in my opinion. I'm sorry. It does not. I don't hold, no, I don't. Whew. She herself is damaged by being or at work. And you talking about Gabrielle, right? QT1. And I understand that she's had to deal with her own issues that should never translate to the child. There is no excuse in my mind. I don't care what you done been through. You don't let no dysfunction that you have undergone, okay? You don't pass that on to the child in any way. In any way. I don't agree with that. I don't care what nobody say. That's another thing I don't agree with. That's not an excuse for me. That's not working for me. That's just me. I don't have no sympathy for adults when it comes to neglect or abuse or mistreatment of any kind when it comes to children. I don't have no sympathy for that at all. I'm sorry. That's my opinion, and I don't do it. I don't. So anyway, that's that about that child. I got another story for y'all. Another unfortunate event when it comes to Black entertainment news. Y'all, please hit the like button if you haven't. Facts, Miss O. You tread lightly when it comes to kids, absolutely, and even more when they're not yours. I agree with that. QT1, I absolutely agree with that. Tasha Williams said, no, none whatsoever, Tasha. I don't. There's no excuse in the world that you can give me when it comes to treating children any other way than appropriately and non-dysfunctionally. I don't care. I don't deal with stuff like that. I really do not. My Jones said Union had issues of her own. Those are her issues. She was odd years ago. Those are her issues again, and maybe didn't get the counseling. Well, she should have, but she knows better. She certainly is an exhibitionist when it comes to her marriage. Well, absolutely. That's why I said a lot of that was done when it comes to that child for publicity. In my opinion. And as far as her getting the help, she's a grown woman. She's very intelligent, and she should have got help. And that dysfunction should have passed over to that child. It's not even her child, and she's got a child now. So, if anything, you'd be more protective. You would think, beautiful array. You would think. You would think. You know, if anything, you would be more protective, even overprotective in a lot of cases. So yeah, I don't believe in it transferring dysfunction and hurt and pain onto the child. I I don't know. Nope. It isn't too late to get help. It's never too late to get help. It's never too late to get help. But in the midst of you getting help, you don't let that dysfunction uh you don't pass it off onto the child. That's all I'm saying. There's no excuse for that. I don't care. Anyway, move right along. So the next thing I want to talk about is Mr. Smollett. We know that for a couple of years now, we had let me read this. Hold. I agree because the child is way too young to do something so huge. Yeah, absolutely. You are the adult and the situation is your decision. But anyway, let's talk about old crazy Jussie Smollett. We know for a couple of years, we've been hearing about the hopes that have you read about Brittany Griner in jail? Yes, I heard about that. The ball player been arrested, going through trying to get back to America, going through the airport with the liquid THC or whatever. That is her fault. We know that Russia is in chaos right now. Why would you not flush that stuff down the toilet? What were you thinking? You could have got you some more when it comes to Brittany Griner. When you get to America, girl, what was you thinking? You brought that on yourself. Why would you do that? All right. I would have left that stuff where it was, right there in Russia. I wouldn't have tried to check it through airport authority. Why would you do that? That don't even make sense. You know, it's just weird to me. But that's on her. She a grown woman. Don't make no sense. Did you see the video? I don't know who Hummer Girl is. What's done in your bed should stay in your bed. Absolutely, Cloud. She's just thirsty for attention. You talk about Gabrielle, I agree. All of her shows have flopped. And even though I believe she was done wrong by NBC, I do believe she was done wrong by NBC too. No one, nobody came to her aid. Yeah, I want to know if they start Ukraine, and destroy the prisons, or the safe set free, or the prisoners set free. I don't know. I ain't heard anything about that from Ukraine as far as the prisoners go. I don't know. But anyway, move right along. Let's talk about Jussie Smollett, right? So we know that the other day, Jussie Smollett, after years of fighting with the Chicago Police Department, um, um, he was sentenced to 150 days in jail, which is tantamount to like 5 months, as well as I think 30 months of probation for his hate crime hoax. He was also ordered to pay $120,000 in restitution for what it cost for the detectives to investigate this case. He was also given a $25,000 fine. So Jussie went to court, um, and he was convicted. He was found guilty. Some people think that I also think that he was the time that he was given in jail when it comes to lying to the court and all that was done to him was a bit much, you know. But he never during this whole time, even though the people that the people that he conspired with, those two Nigerians that he conspired with, came clean. They found evidence. This was clearly a hoax. Even though all that evidence was gathered, Jussie was still going around saying he was innocent, still talking his ish, still trying to make the police department look crazy. The Chicago Police Department. Now you still a black man in America, and you know very well that you are. You know, and I think that because of narcissism as well as some other type of mental illness, I don't know what Jussie Smollett thought was gonna happen to him, but he got his 5 months in jail, and all the everything that he was sentenced to, he really, yeah, he brought it on himself. He was doing way too much, right? Even after the trial, when he got this, there were a lot of people in the courtroom asking for pleading for leniency on his behalf. They talked about all the good works that he did, all of this and all of that. After all that was said and done, he still stood up to the judge, y'all. He was still pleading his innocence, right? And he was still, and then he started hollering, I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal. Child in the courtroom. I respect you, judge. I respect the jury. I respect the verdict. But I am not suicidal. So in Jussie's mind, he was thinking, y'all ain't gonna Sandra Bland me. He said, if something happened to me in jail, I ain't doing it to myself. He said, I am not suicidal. I ain't hanging myself. Oh no, I am not. So child, he went on, ranting and raving. Now clearly this is not funny, but clearly Jussie had some kind of mental illness going on, with him, right? Because if at the time you realize, oh yeah, he did way too much. He did way too much. This was a hoax. Now we know that he has been a social justice warrior since the time that he was a teenager. Him as well as his, sisters and brothers, they were raised up to do social justice work when it comes to black people in the black community. But this, to me, diminishes all the work that he has ever done when it comes to social justice and black people as well as black communities and black America, because you lied about a hate crime, right? Now, for whatever reason you chose to do this, now I believe in part, maybe he got triggered because they had showed pictures where he had actually gotten hate crime mail routed to Fox News when he was still filming Empire. And so I don't know if he wanted to shed light on that, but from the time that the story came out, you know, he had a lot of actors and actresses supporting him. And then these people start to asking questions like, why you out in the wee hours in the morning in cold ass Chicago in the snow trying to go to Subway? Why was the noose still around your neck when the police came and you told the police not to film and all this and all that? Why a couple of days after that did they find the bleach bottle smashed up on the street that the bleach was in? Why did they get video footage of the two Nigerians going into the stores buying the MAGA hat and the face coverings and all of this? Why is it that the two Nigerians came in and they not only showed a check to where you paid them, I think $5,000 for putting on the hoax, they spilled the beans, all this and all that, right? All this evidence that came out, right? And Jussie is still proclaiming his innocence, child. Right? He still saying he ain't guilty. He's still talking crap to the Chicago Police Department. Girl, he kept going on and on and on, right? And so he kept making it worse. And he done pissed these white folks off. Right? Now, I don't care who you think you are, but you still a black man in America. And you got to know, oh, this is a good show. Oh, thank you, Seven. How you doing? Now, you got to know that I don't care who you think you are, right? You still a black man in America, and they gonna pay you back, right? When you go to court, they're going to get you. Because we know, especially that us black folks, we need to stay as far away from the criminal justice system as possible, okay? We know that we are treated fairly, especially when it comes to the criminal justice system in this United States of America. So why, after you done been caught, didn't you humble yourself, even if you didn't feel like it? Why did you put on your actor's cap, honey, and plead for forgiveness, not only to the public, but also to the courts? You should have told the white folks I was scared for my life. I was triggered. I was going through a traumatic incident, Your Honor. I lost it for a while, Your Honor. I've got a little bit of PTSD, Your Honor, when it comes to being a black man in America, Your Honor. Please forgive me, Your Honor. Please don't hold this against me, Your Honor. I apologize, Chicago Police Department. Jussie didn't do that, whether he mean it or not. He should have fell down on the mercy of the court, but no. No. His black ass didn't do that. Okay? He was on his Tupac Shakur, Betty Shabazz, Malcolm X type shit, right? Right? So, like I said, he didn't do that. Even after he was sentenced the other day, he ain't guilty. He innocent. He ain't suicidal. Don't try to Sandra Bland me, right? The judge got tired of him. He had to cut him off. Let me see if I can show y'all this picture, child. The judge finally cut him off. The judge was talking real crazy to him, right? So he finally just cut him off, and they start leading him out the courtroom, y'all, right? So as they leading his crazy ass out the courtroom, child, he throwing up the black power fist, saying he innocent, and he is not suicidal, child. They done dragged his ass to the back where he finna go to the Chicago prison, okay? With his fist in the air, child. Maintaining his innocence, child. Even though he done got caught dead to rights. I am innocent! Oh, my Huey P. Newton shit. I am innocent. Black power. Power to the people. Do not try to Sandra Bland me because I am not suicidal. Okay. So, Jussie, I hope while you round up to the courtroom, upsetting your grandmama and your mama and your sisters and your brother with your narcissistic, mentally ill ass, honey, you did more harm than good when it comes to black people and hate crimes. Cause when it comes to white America, they always side eye us when it comes to hate crimes. They side eye us more times than not. They try to sweep it under the rug. We all have seen a lot of stuff going on around here. We all know the stories, right? They sweep it under the rug, and everything else they can to sidestep the fact that a hate crime has been committed amongst our people. You did more harm than good, Jussie. I do not feel sorry for you. I hope you get some help. You have embarrassed your family. You have made it harder. Who knows how many black people won't come forward now because they think they won't be believed when it comes to a hate crime incident. Okay, so he did more harm than good, right? He was not humble after. Yeah, he was not humble after that. After that, after the hoax was found out, right? My Joseph defied to the end, so now he can be defied. So now he can be defied in prison, right? Now I can see if he was being defiant because he really was innocent, but no, Negro, no. You set this whole thing up. Them Nigerians around there done told on them, child, they didn't want to go to jail. They told all Jussie business. Allegedly, Jussie was even having a sex child relationship with one of them Nigerians, girl. Oh, child. It was a lot going on with Jussie, but Jussie, get help. I don't feel I don't feel no sorry for Jussie either. Because like I said, he did more harm than good when it comes to the issue of hate crimes, as well as being black in America, as well as the criminal justice system and how it deals with black people. I don't appreciate what he did. Anyway, move right along. So, my final thoughts on that is, okay, Jussie, do you. Whatever. Get you some help, boy. You done destroyed your career. You done made your family look bad. It's freaking embarrassing. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Moving right along. She said, not only I gotta speak. All he was saying was, if something happens to my black A, I did not kill. Yeah, that's how he was saying. He was like, don't Sandra Bland me. I ain't killed myself. Don't be trying to Sandra Bland me in jail. But Jussie gonna be all right. Is he in jail with R. Kelly? Is R. Kelly around there to the Chicago, what do they call it, Chicago prison? Is R. Kelly around there with Jussie? Maybe him and Jussie can get together and make music together. Maybe they can do a whole prison empire type musical, child. R. Kelly, is you around there with Jussie? Y'all ought to hook up and do a musical together. I'm telling y'all, that would be epic, right? Because y'all know R. Kelly known for doing those, he's a musical phenom, okay? If anybody can make it work, it's R. Kelly. All right, child. They can have a whole musical event around there, right? They can use it as a source of prison therapy, child. They can do that right there to the Chicago prison. All right. Prison reform via music, child. Okay. That's what they can do. Him and Kelly can do that, child. Because you know Kelly, because allegedly Kelly liked the boys too, so yeah. Trapped in the closet, child. Trapped in lockup. I know that's right. Trapped in lockup. Ooh, child. Making beautiful music together. Child. I think R. Kelly is NYC for the court. Is he in NYC? Well, dang. Too bad he ain't in Chicago around there with Jussie. Because like I said, they can make music, beautiful music together, child. They keep each other company. Jussie getting out in 5 months anyway, child. He could take the audio and have it published or whatever they got going on. They could get a whole 501c3 grant for prison reform. Girl, it's a lot that they could do with that if they was around there together. I'm just saying. Anyway. Woo, child, it's a lot. It's a lot. I cannot do these people sometimes. Cloud said trapped in the cell block. You ain't right, Cloud. You know you ain't no good, right? I think okay, this that's what they said, but I wish he was around there to the Chicago, mind your own, with Jussie. It would have been beautiful music done, child. That's what I believe. So it's unfortunate They didn't round there to the NYC and not round there to Chicago. That's all I'm saying. We could have missed out on some good music, y'all, right? Because Justin could have came out and put it under his name and used a synonym for R. Kelly, child. It would have been a hit, child. Y'all know it would have been a hit. Now come on, let's not front. What's that song that Justin used to sing on Empire that I liked it? Go up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, shake it fast. Hey, I can't think of the rest of it. Go up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, shake it fast. Child, he was right up to the Empire singing that song with that white outfit on, acting like he was Usher. Go up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, shake it fast. Hey, they could have done one of them, right? Child, all I have to say about both of them is bye, right, with all the foolishness, right? Making black folk, child. You go get out of less time than that. Gonna have a private chef in there and everything. So jail. Well, that's why I said they should have been around there together. You're so beautiful, right? Da 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 da. Hey, you right about that. You're so beautiful. Thank you, Traci. Child. Lady Tim says you got me in this building laughing. I'm turning this off. You a mess, Lady Tim. But child, they can be around there making beautiful music together. R. Kelly go do his version of You're So Beautiful. Shake it fast. Trapped in the closet. No, trapped in the cell block. Trapped in the cell block with R. Kelly, baby. Shake it fast. Hey. Baby. That would be epic. Damn, Kelly. Why the hell you got to be right up to the New York? Why you can't have your ass right there to the Chicago? Ooh, step in the name of prison. I know that's right. Ooh. They're going to be doing a cell block version of 12 Play, yeah. 1, we'll go to my block of 5, 2. If I say turn off the lights, 3, because tonight we're going to build a jail fantasy, yeah. 4, be quiet on the floor. 5, don't alert the guards aside. 6, every time I push, be quiet. 7, don't be moaning out loud. 8, don't get us caught now. That's when I go down on my knees, giving you some of this cell block. Give me a little cell block. Come on, Jussie, cell block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't wait till lights out. Cell block, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Y'all, please. Ain't no telling. Ooh, I'm so sorry. I cannot. Y'all know I done got silly, right? I can't with this. It's doing too much. Oh my God. I did not mean to go there. Ooh, child. Y'all done know. Yes, Traci, not so Stacy, this is your fault for reminding me the name of the song. If you had not wrote down the name of the song, which is You're So Beautiful, we would have not gotten my rendition of 12 Play via Chicago prison cell block D. Okay? So then y'all have Traci to blame for that, moving right along. If I were the judge, I would add an additional 30 months for his still lying. Got his fist popped in the air. He was doing way too much. Now go ahead. Forget you indigenous relate. Child, I got that thing in my head about him and R. Kelly trapped in the cell block, and I couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. But I'm gonna let it go. And because I done done way too much, but it just is what it is. Y'all can't do me like this, okay? Oh my God. 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 But anyway, I got one more story, and I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you, Marvelous. Ooh, child. No, you didn't, Cloud. No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Cloud. No, you didn't. See, yeah, that's why I'm moving right along. That's why I'm moving right along. Uh-huh. It seems like his family is still calling his baby. I do agree with that, Miss Quady. J2 just run around with the boys. Man, outside. I told you, you been outside playing that snow. Brandy. Y'all, Brandy is the one trying to call me on video phone while I was doing this live with my sound right now. But anyway, let's get to the last story, child. Because I done been here. Y'all, please hit the like button if you haven't. I done been here too long. I'm getting silly. I'm getting silly. I'm getting silly. So last thing I want to talk about is y'all look at this right before I go. Y'all remember this interview that Jussie did? Child, he got his LGBT pendant on. He done messed up his own face and all that, just looking like a complete victim, child. Done did it all done it all by himself. Child, he was wrong. You wrong for that, Jussie. But anyway, move right along. So last thing I want to talk about is Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler is the director of the Black Panther movie. He is currently filming a series for Disney, a Black Panther series for Disney Plus. He's known for directing other popular movies like such as Creed, as well as Fruitvale Station. He is a very popular black director in Hollywood right now. We know that there are only a few very popular, honestly, Hollywood directors in Hollywood right now, because you know they'll give you a couple of token black folks, lift them up and elevate them, but they won't give you a lot. So right now, Ryan Coogler is really doing his thing. So a couple of months ago, Ryan Coogler was going to a Bank of America to withdraw $12,000 from his account. Right now, we know that he got millions and millions of dollars in the bank. So he goes to this Bank of America in Atlanta, wanting to withdraw $12,000 in cash from his account. He wrote out the withdrawal slip, and also he passed a note to the teller. This teller was a black female, and once again, this is Atlanta. He passed a note asking her to be discreet when she is counting out the money, right? So he had his mask on. He had a hat down on his head, right? I'm not sure if he had glasses on or not, but he definitely had his mask on, and he had he was looking real regular, right? And so he wrote, just please be discreet. Yeah, he showed his ID, all of it, deposit slip, showed his ID, but with the note he said, please be discreet when you're counting out the money, right? So the teller, which is a black woman, said she was alarmed, thought that it was a bank robbery. Child, she called the police on this black man after he just showed his ID. He done did the deposit slip and all of that, right? Because, with your deposit slip, you got to write out your account number. If you're showing your ID, all of it, he did all that, right? It was the shades too. Okay. And so she hit the button. The police show up. They got him at gunpoint as he's inside the bank, telling him to put his hands up inside the Bank of America. They handcuffed him. They took him outside in handcuffs, had him in the car till they could confirm his identity, child, right? Why is he banking a Bank of America? LOL, child, I don't know. But I bet he ain't banking there no more. The only thing I didn't understand was why he simply couldn't verbally ask the teller to be discreet. I don't know. It shouldn't have mattered. If he wanted to write a note, he could have wrote a note. He is not trying to steal anything from anybody. He is trying to get his own money out of his account. So if he want to write a note and tell the teller to be discreet about that, that is absolutely his right to do that. He ain't trying to get nothing free. He ain't trying to rob the bank. He ain't trying to steal somebody. He's trying to make a withdrawal from his account. So if he want to write a note to the teller, he can write a note to the teller, in my opinion. He done showed his ID. He done put down his bank account information. What more do you need, blood? And for a black bank teller in Atlanta to be suspect after all of that, to the point to where you have the police called on you, because we know that one wrong move could have resulted into this young black man's death. I think he's like 34, 35 years old. Got everything going for him in Hollywood, you know. But one wrong move could have resulted in this death of this man. You know, because this teller, this female, is doing way too much, right? I always write down the amount I wrote for cashier's check. You don't know who listening. You don't know who's watching, right? And I seen a story not too long ago on Roland Martin about this black doctor. She had a problem banking while black, okay? She also had a problem banking while black, right? This man got millions of dollars, all right? So he gonna rob his own account for $12,000? Child, he should pull his money. I'm sure he did. I know that's right, Cloud. So anyway, they take him out of the bank. It's very embarrassing. They take him out of the bank in handcuffs. He's being as calm and cool and collected as he can be, which he should be, because ain't nobody trying to get killed, you know, over some stuff that they ain't done, right? Nobody's trying to get killed, okay? Because we know when the police are called on black men in America, how that results more times than not. All right? Okay? So he was calm while they figured out who he was. They did not take him to jail. They took him out of handcuffs. They apologized. The police really didn't apologize. They just said, well, we got this call, and this is how we deal with, these types of calls, right? And so I know the account is closed. I know that's right, Manager Monique Taylor fired. I know that's right. That's yes, absolutely. Anyway, anyway, he released a statement because they had been talking about this. He released a statement. He was very nice in that statement. He knows that he is not as black in America, and with the position that he has in white America right now, he can't come out and say what he want to say. So he released a statement stating that him and the bank discussed it. The bank apologized. They've tried to make things right, and they've moved on from the incident. But in my opinion, he withdrew all his money from that bank, and he is no longer doing business with Bank of America, because I know I wouldn't be, right? And so officer said he should have talked with the manager first. A mess. I don't see why he got to talk to the manager first. I don't see why he got to do anything different than anybody else. I'm not feeling that. There is no excuse. This man did nothing wrong. He tried to get his money out of his account. He shouldn't have had the police called on him and guns being drawn on him. Okay? But he handled it very professionally in public. But behind the scenes, I would have immediately withdrawn all of my money. I would have no longer been banking with Bank of America, and I would now be banking with somebody else, which is I'm sure that is what happened, right? Because that's ridiculous. It's too much. But he handled it with grace, because he know what his position is in this United States of America. And that's effed up to the highest form of effed uppery, right? Because we know if we keep it in a buck, this could have went down a totally different way. This young budding director, Hollywood director, that has done so many powerful black movies could have been dead, right? If it had went down another way. And so it's just a lot. And so yeah. Uh-huh. Yes, a teller should have been asked to assist manager here. Brent says, Libby, this is the same bank that tried to tell me how much. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that, Brand. I remember. Yep. He isn't a regular person anymore. He should call ahead to verify his information. He don't have to do nothing. He don't have to do nothing, but no more, in my opinion, than no more than nobody else is doing. If he don't want to. Now, J Truth, he can do that if he want to, or get an assistant to do that if he want to. But that man got a right to ride around and take himself to the bank and withdraw some money if he want to, in my opinion. There's no excuse for the way that he was treated, in my opinion. So, yeah. Banking while black. All right. And it's a shame that sometimes our own black people will side eye our own people, especially our black men, to the point to where he had to deal with an incident like this. That's not cool to me. Bad customer service. I'm sure that bank teller and the bank manager and whoever else was probably fired because they lost a very lucrative client because of all of this and all of that nonsense. Okay? So, we don't, but these things can happen. But guess what? For every time that it happens to me, I would go to another bank until it didn't happen to me again. Because just like it's their right to do what they did, he also has a right not to deal with these type of people. Okay? So it don't make no sense to me. And he was treated horribly. Don't nobody want to deal with bad customer service on any level. What if he wasn't Ryan Coogler? Brandy's in the chat talking about her experience. Did they have to call ahead? He wants to be normal. I'm like everybody else and make a withdrawal. He said he was making a withdrawal to pay for a medical procedure or something like that. He could have been getting a tooth pulled or something. For all we know. Who knows? And he wanted to pay in cash. He didn't even have to say why he was taking the money out because it's his own damn money, in my opinion. And he was treated horribly. I know the teller get dragged by people that know her. Okay, it really was unnecessary. So unnecessary, in my opinion. So yeah, I just really thought that was crazy. And that's another unfortunate incident that has occurred in the world of black entertainment. And I wanted to bring that to you guys also. There are plenty of black-owned banks in Atlanta. Yes, there are. Yes, there are, Cloud. Yes, there are. Uh-huh. They definitely overstepped. Anytime a certain amount is withdrawn, I believe an IRS filing is required, but he does not have to call ahead for that. He does not have to call ahead for that. The man can go withdraw any amount of money he wants to. Follow normal procedure. Okay, I don't have a problem with normal procedure. Normal procedure was not followed here. Some of you are not understanding. He was racially profiled. This man was racially profiled, could have been shot dead because the black teller thought that he was trying to rob the bank. After he had already shown his identification, as well as filled out a withdrawal slip with his account information on that. He simply asked her to be discreet when counting out the money. He was racially profiled for wanting to draw his own money out of the bank. Now make it make sense. Once he hit a different bracket, it's best to move differently. That's why he wrote the note. He just want to be discreet. That's why he wants to be discreet. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Brandy said all we want was a 3,500 to do spring break. Yeah, and they made us um I guess wait and said I remember that 24 hours. We have been with them for years and getting every 2 week blotted or well known tomorrow. Right. You know, this is why our banks because you take out 10K, they change your mind. Let's get this. Well, it is crappy, Brandon. I know y'all somewhere else now. But anyway, y'all, I don't feel that he was treated fairly. The man could have been shot dead. Because we know a lot of the times when it comes to the police department, they will react first and ask questions later. And so I'm just happy that they did not shoot this man dead in this bank. I'm just happy that he made it through. I'm just happy that I'm happy that he made it through. I'm happy that he got out alive. Like I really am. I mean, there is no excuse for me. I don't care what nobody say. Just like there is no excuse for me when we talked earlier about dysfunctioning children. There is no excuse for this type of disrespect and horrible um uh, customer service. And I would not longer be dealing with them as a customer if it were me. I'm sure that he is no longer dealing with them. No, he did not come out and say that he was no longer dealing with them, but my pride wouldn't have allowed me to deal with that bank any longer. I would have immediately found me another bank to deal with. Immediately. And he didn't say that. And like I said, he know how he got to move in this world when it comes to the court of public opinion. And so his response to the story coming out was very gracious towards the bank and the police and everybody else. But in the background, he felt away. He had a gun drawn on him and he was handcuffed for only trying to withdraw money from his own account. Banking while black. It can get you killed, pretty much. Or embarrassed and put in handcuffs. Okay? That's what that means. That's what I got out of that. It's very crazy to me. Like honestly. That is beyond me. But anyway, I believe that's all I got. What got me is it was reported that he didn't want his money counted in front of him. The way money set up, I'm gonna need to see you count my. Well, he asked the teller to be discreet, and he could. I'm sure he would have recounted it when he got to the car or whatever. But he, for whatever reason, he wanted her to be discreet. And ain't nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. It is what it is. But like I said, in the final analysis, I'm glad that he made it out alive. I'm sure his pride was hurt, his dignity, you know, was hurt, and a whole lot of other things. There is no reason why so many black people have to deal with PTSD in this country simply by being black in America, right? A lot of us deal with PTSD and other mental issues, other types of mental issues, because of the way that we are treated in this country. And so this is another example of why so many of us black people in general um, you know, have so many issues when it comes to mental illness, when it comes to something like this. And so, yeah, that's just how I feel about it. That's just my take on everything that we talked about today, guys. I hope you guys liked this little bit of entertainment news. I don't always do. I very rarely do entertainment news. I think that's all I had. Yeah, that's all I had. I very rarely do entertainment news anymore. But there was just so much entertainment news that I had been wanting to talk about that happened over the course of a couple of days. I want to just come on because it's a Saturday. I'm snowed in. I have anything else to do. Um, so yeah. Cloud said it's amazing how he's been dragged by certain people for withdrawal from his own money. Child, it's his money. He can do whatever he dang well please. I know that's right, Cloud. It's his money. What part of that are people not understanding? It's his money. At the end of the day, It's a legit account, and he want to withdraw money, his own money, from said account, from his own account. He should have had to be taken through all of that just to get out his own money at the end of the day. People making every excuse in the world because this man wanted to withdraw money from his own account. Okay? It's ridiculous. But anyway, moving right along. Like I said, I was once again, rest in peace to Traci Braxton. My condolences to her family. May she rest in power with the rest of our ancestors. Rest in power, Queen. Want to bring this entertainment news to you guys today. Because like I said, I'm snowed in. I don't have anything else to do. There was so much entertainment news. I was really glad to be talking about something that is actually going on in the world. Hate that these incidents were so unfortunate, but it's news, it's entertainment news, it is what it is, and I want to talk to you guys about it. Yeah. And so that's what we did. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We even got a little musical interlude from the R.I.P era, my rendition of 12 play whilst in lockdown in the Chicago prison around there. Hope you guys enjoyed my musical selection. Okay? And so yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Anyway, I agree with that moot point. I really do agree. But anyway, let me get off of here. Please hit the like button on your way out the door, beautiful people. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Please consider hitting that membership button, that subscribe button, that share button. Hit the one real fast for me, just for me, if you enjoyed this version of entertainment news. Okay, because I enjoyed giving it to you guys because I love to talk about entertainment news. Unfortunately, I don't always get to do this so much anymore, but it was so much piling up. I said, well, let me go and hop on here and talk about it. Okay? And so, yeah. Yeah. You know, that's about it. Y'all be safe out there. Like I said, we got several inches of snow. We very rarely get snow in the depths of winter, child. And we gonna get 6, 7 inches of snow today in March. Okay, make it make sense, child. Hey, class, I ain't seen you in a long time. And so the kids love it, but me, I don't mind staying in the house. I'm ready get me something to eat and crawl up in this bed and watch whatever it is that I can find to watch on one of these pay channels, child. That's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. And stay warm, child. I hope y'all do the same. I hope y'all be safe out there. Okay. I love you guys. Have a nice rest of your weekend. And I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Okay. Hit the like button on your way out the door. Bye bye. Peace.